Hello everyone, welcome to External Star Channel. My name is Marek and today I have this CMF box and actually there is nothing else, only here on the back side it says made in China, collector's model in a storage box, not a toy, but that's actually it. We don't even know what is inside. Yeah, there is nothing else, only a very small sticker here saying Lincoln Continental X100 Black Quick Fix from CMF 1 to 18, okay? And actually this should be a limited series, and I believe they will be sold out quite quickly, yeah, because this is a very unique model, this Lincoln, and I will tell you in a few minutes why. Okay, so first let me just open it and then I will just as usual review it and at the end also give it the final rating. Okay, so first opening the box. It shouldn't be so difficult. And we have the styrene inside. Okay, it's actually very long. Yes, you see, it's a very long box, and all around there is a tape, so I would probably need to cut this tape somewhere, and yeah, I will do it, for example, here. So I guess I can already open it. I just don't know which side is up. Okay, so sometimes it's written here, but it's nothing here. Okay, but what I can already see, there are actually two screws here, so that would be the bottom side. It also says here bottom, so I know where is the bottom, and actually here it says stop. So if you are opening it, keep it with the top side up. Alright, so let me open it for the first time, for the very first time. I'm removing the cover. And I can already see the beautiful car. And it seems that a few parts here are extra. So I will need to attach them somehow. And these are the lights, so I can see two lights. Also the side mirrors, and also here I can see those two poles for the flags. Yeah, probably that's for the flags. No, antennas. Okay, so that I would need to attach all of these. It will be a difficult process maybe. And here I also received something, so these are the flags, so I would also need to attach those flags. And there is a nice hint how to do that. So there is a national flag, this high beam, and another flag, and also the mirrors. Okay, so flags are here in this little bag, and then the rest, the antennas and the extra lights or beams are here. Okay, so that's something that I would need to attach, but now let me show you the model itself. Wow, amazing, amazing, look at that. Oh, look at that. It's actually very heavy and also very long, yeah. And by the way, it's beautiful. I already fell in love with this car because it's so long, and maybe you already know that I love all the long, very long cars and limousines. I already have the Mercedes-Benz Pullman, the very nice Rolls-Royce Phantom, and now I also have this quite nice Lincoln. The name is SX100X, and actually this is a code name for the presidential limousine originally used by the President of the United States, John Fitzgerald Kennedy. And this is actually the car in which the president... Oh, look at that, something happened. It seems that the front is now fully like destroyed, and I did nothing, you know, I did nothing. I was just reviewing now, and I wanted to tell you that in this car, John Fitzgerald Kennedy was assassinated in Dallas in 1963, but now my car was also assassinated by the postal service, so I would need to glue the whole part back in. Yeah, so wow. Okay, I'm a little bit frustrated already. But at least there is nothing broken, like on my Bentley State Limousine for the Queen, which had a broken glass here in the back. So this one is not broken entirely, and I think this can still be fixed. But look at that, yeah. So wow, it's completely okay. So I will probably now, what I will do now is I will take it out of the box. Yeah, then I will fix it. I will put back like all the antennas, the beam here and the flags, and then I will probably continue with my review. But it doesn't make sense now to tell you all the nice details about this car when it's still, you know, just freshly unboxed, and even the story about the president, it's not so attracting knowing that it's destroyed. So let me check later. So now it's out of the box, and let me just show you one more time. Now I can review this front grille and front part really in all the details because it's completely disattached, but it shouldn't be a big problem to fix it back. So I can see that here we have just regular glue, yeah, and the same probably here and here. I don't know why oh, actually here maybe there are some parts that are now completely destroyed. I would need to check later how to fix it, and I think it should be possible and it would not even be visible. But look at that. The grille is not perforated, but the lights are quite nice. There is a license plate, National Capital, Washington, D.C. Okay, and I would just need to put it back. Okay, so that's the first thing that I'm not very proud of. And oh, it's quite very heavy. Look at the front part now. Okay, so this is quite bad, yeah, isn't it? So I will now, as I said, I will now fix it, and then once this is fully fixed, I will continue the review. There is no other damage, only this, and it should be still possible to fix it. Yeah, otherwise I will need to send it back, but here it's okay. All right. And before I continue, I just want to show you here, it says Lincoln Continental and all the quick fix Johnson car in 1964. This one was not the JFK, it was Johnson car in 1964 because it's 1 year after JFK was assassinated. So this is the successor of the previous car. And this is limited edition, and this is a piece number 30 out of 300. So only 300 were made and by CMF, and this is quite, you know, a rare piece. So I think it will also grow in value over time. And now I will just put it here, and after I fix it, I will continue. So what I wanted to show you is that we actually have here this flag. This is some kind of presidential flag. Then we have the United States flag, another one, and then we have those beams, side mirrors and antennas, and it's actually so tiny, small, and then you would probably need a lot of patience, and you would need some glue, because here, for example, this one, it would fit somewhere here, but you would need glue first, and you would need to be very careful so that you don't put the glue anywhere else and that you don't ruin anything. And it's actually quite difficult to also attach the flags. So for example, this one, it was still quite okay, but it's not holding anyhow, you know, so it's like this. So nothing really great. And when I also tried to do it with the second one, it's really not holding there, you know, so I don't know what to do. It's like this, you know, nothing nice. And now I'm also gluing in the front face of the car, so hopefully it will hold there. And what I will do now is really to attach here the beams, and there is also a small tiny hole for the side mirrors. It's almost invisible. And then in the back for the antennas is here. But as I said, you would need some skills, patience, you would need glue, and it's not straightforward. So if you buy this car, you would need really some time and patience and some skills to assemble it, and it's not straightforward. So think twice before you order this one. Yeah, so it's beautiful, nice, rare, also expensive, but you would need something. So I actually had to use tweezers to hold here the beam, and it's not holding very well. And I also, what I used is this special liquid glue, which is also transparent, by the way. Yeah, so this is what I used to connect it, and hopefully everything will hold there. And now I will give it few hours before I continue. Yeah, so you see the flag is in its place now, the beams, the side mirrors, and also here the antenna. Alright, so the car is now fully assembled, and that means that I can finally review it, and it's really, really beautiful. Now with all those details, yeah, everything is fully attached. So let me start really in the front, yeah. And actually here we can see the headlights, transparent, not so much, but here we have also some red lights. I don't know why we have two red lights. And then probably here also fog lights. I don't see any turning signals anywhere, which is quite a shame. No turning signals anywhere, but overall this is quite satisfying. And I can also tell you now we have those flags fully attached. So here the American flag, here another flag. I don't know if this is the presidential flag. And we have also four small dots here on the hood. Yeah, so I don't know why we have those, but it's there and it's metal. Okay, and then as I said, we have two beam lights here, so also quite interesting feature. And what I also noticed is that we have this thing here, and I don't know what is the purpose, if this is some kind of handle or what exactly it is. Yeah, so then from the side you can see the wheels. They are nice and shiny. You can spin them. Unfortunately, you cannot really turn them. Yeah, so only spinning. And it's really shiny with this Lincoln logo on it. And when I show you the detail here, it's quite nice. Okay, and then we have the doors and the door handles. Door handles are very beautifully done, so it's a separate part, very shiny. It's imitation of chrome, and we also see this line, a gray one, which is like all around the car, and it's also quite nicely done. And then we have the greenhouse here, a lot of glass, and it's nice and transparent. And in the past, I think this whole part could be removed so that the president could be seen and assassinated easily. Yeah. Okay, and then we have also two antennas here, which are made of metal, and I also had to glue them in. The rear wheels also turning, spinning, and here we have this nice Continental logo, so Lincoln Continental, as you know. And in the back actually we have here, if you are asking me what is this and that, it's for the bodyguards, so they could actually stand here on this platform and hold the car here, so they don't fall when the car is driving. Yeah, so it's a very nice feature, and I'm only wondering if I can somewhere find two figures that could fit here. Yeah, two bodyguards. And of course I would need to also find a president. I haven't seen any so far. Okay, so here is the spare tire, and also we can see here another license plate saying National Capital, Washington DC, and another probably fog lights here, and the rear lights in the red are here. Okay, so everything is beautifully done, and we also have the exhausts. So we have one here, second here, and I only don't know why we have this metal part here. It doesn't make any sense for me, but look at that. Such a nice feature. Okay, I don't know what is that. Why do we have it there? Maybe is it another platform for another bodyguard, or I don't know why we have it there, but yeah, just for your information, it's there, and I don't know exactly why we have it. But it's nice. Yeah, so another feature that I discovered by accident. I definitely did not expect that. Okay, so that's the rear part of the car. Quite nice. Yeah, so overall the black color is shiny. Of course, you cannot open anything on this car, so you cannot open the trunk, the doors, neither here the hood, and that's because this is a resin car, and for resin cars usually you cannot do those things. But then if you also want to check what is inside, there are actually 3 rows of the seats. So first one for the driver and 1 passenger, and then second row, 2 seats that can be folded, and the third row, that's for the president himself, and the color is actually blue and silver. Yeah, it doesn't really look like leather, so if you see it, I think it's too shiny to be leather. It could be a little bit more matte, but what can we do? So overall, the length of this car is incredible. I think this is 6.5 meters long, and I think this car will be really one of the most beautiful cars in my collection. This is a limited series, only 300 pieces were made. This is number 30, and I think this is really a jewel in my collection, and I will never sell it. That's probably so beautiful that I will keep it for my entire life. I hope so, yeah, because I like it. And if you know that I'm collecting luxury limousines, this is one of the most beautiful pieces, and actually in reality only one of them was made, and it's some now displayed in a museum, I think in Houston, I'm not sure, but you can definitely see this car. It's still it does still exist. Okay, so I think that's it for today, and maybe one more thing is that I will also show it to you in the light box. Okay, so now also in the light box, and you can see that all the details are still nicely visible. Maybe now also the interior, so a little bit more what is inside. You can see the presidential logo in the interior on the door panel, and you can see everything is blue and gray, and yeah, it's quite nicely done. So here now you can see the entire car with all those details, and I think it's very beautiful, isn't it? Yeah, and one more view here. So here the platform for the bodyguards, and there are also actually some air conditioning ventilators here. Probably that's the air conditioning, and yeah, all those details that we have. I have already described quite everything, so this is only for you to see, and maybe also to compare it with the real pictures of the car. So now I will also show you the real pictures, and you can compare it with this model. Okay, I also want to compare this beautiful Lincoln Continental to another model that I already have in my collection, and this is this Cadillac Fleetwood Brougham. And actually this one is like the next generation. It's maybe the difference is 5 years. Okay, so maybe this is 58, this is maybe, I don't know, 64. That's just my guess right now. I don't have the exact numbers. If I compare just the length of those two cars, yeah, it's approximately the same length. And considering that this is extended wheelbase, you know, with 3 rows of seats, and this is just the regular one, just, you know, to tell you how incredibly long this Cadillac is. Wow. And now I think those two cars would really fit together. So even if this one is not really presidential, it's still one amazing limousine. And just now to show you how they look like, or maybe I will now take the chance to take the camera and a little bit compare. Okay, so what you can see here actually are those two cars and this Cadillac Fleetwood. And you see it here from the front, quite nicely done. And then this Lincoln Continental. And I think these two cars perfectly fit together. Yeah, it's they both are a masterpiece. So one of the greatest American cars of all times, and now just next to each other. Look at that, how beautiful this is. And I really must say, this is one of the most beautiful moments in my reviewing history to see those two cars together. Maybe one day I want to own this in real life as a vintage car, but I'm not sure if this will ever happen. And this one, of course, this is unique. This is only one produced in the history, and it's in a museum in Houston, I guess. Okay, and now, what do you think? Which one looks better? You can also write me in the comments if you had a chance to select just one. Which one would you select? This Cadillac or this Lincoln? Yeah, let me know. So I think it's only now time for the final rating. So thank you for watching, and here is the final rating.